You're in a different place with Tanny. I have moved my exercise stuff in here to the dog's room because it's out of the way, and how much room do they really need? And plus they can exercise when I'm not on this. This is my newest machine of love and glory, which is the Stairmaster Stair Climber. And I'll tell you what's good about it. You can have your hair fixed, and you can have your jewelry on, and you can have your clog shoes on, and you can have just 15 minutes in between chit-chatting with people or whatever the heck it is you do. And it's not like getting on your trampoline and like the necklace is going to hit you in the face and your hair's going to look frazzled. You really just have to do two things, okay? First, you got to have your music, and then you got to climb, right? I'm jacking these buns up. Do y'all understand? I'm not playing. It's all about the music, you know. It didn't come on. Let's have some music, shall we? See what I mean? And you can just... And you can take it down low, you know, till it burns. You can take it back. Dancing on the climber. You can find these used, and you can trade in your old stuff and get it for almost nothing, you know. Gotta smile this right. On down the river. Sing it, y'all. My mama used to blast that song through the house when I was a little kid. And my dad would be trying to turn it down and turn on the Led Zeppelin. Anyway, I'm coming to y'all because here it is, 3:30. I'm going to pick up Chris. And, you know, when he starts driving, I won't know what to do with my extra hour and a half of driving a day. But I was just thinking about this time of day is when your brain starts to go to other things if you are not accustomed to eating a low-fat, high-carb, more raw everyday diet. So what you need to start doing is when your brain starts to go into, what it will do is go to dense carbs or fat or salt, or depending on what your body still says, come on back to. So the thing is, when your brain starts to think, oh, I want this big chicken parmesan, or you want this big, maybe it's not even meaty, maybe it's like a veggie and, I don't know, corn pasta with a bunch of salty sauce, or what could you have instead? Could you be just as satisfied? Like, get your brain off that and don't tell yourself, no, you don't need that. You don't need to have pasta tonight. You don't need, because the more you say pasta, the more you think about pasta. So instead, if you're not wanting to have that tonight, switch over to how much more veggies can I have on that? What can I have in my sauce? What's the healthy fat I'm going to add into my evening tonight to make this a savory and satiating experience? And every time I want you to know that I say the word satiating, I almost spit on myself. So anyway, so tonight I think I'm going to have some cucumber Coodles, and I'm going to have a very savory sauce, and I might have like a basil pesto type sauce. Wouldn't that be tasty? So we will see, but here's how I roll. I'm going to see what I find on sale, you know, and I'm going to see what looks like it's vibrating at a high level in the grocery store, you know, and calls my name. Tanny, eat me, right? So we will bring y'all to the kitchen in a minute, and we may chat while we make dinner, and you can watch me chop and prep and blow kisses at my food. See you in a minute. Hey baby. I am so glad Christopher decided to wear shorts for the first time this year when it was actually only 50 degrees. I planned good. But he has on his new gaming shirts. He was quite a celebrity at school. I guess that's what it's about. But Christopher, you just missed it, because up here, when you told me that you weren't walking, that I was going to pull up to the school, as I was right here, somebody almost slammed into somebody else because, you know, there's a bunch of teenage drivers. But these were adults my age, and the guy had gotten out of his car, and it was about right here, and I was just waiting. And this dude looked back, he's like, will you give me a GD minute? Now, friends, in the past, I would have had to put my car in park and stepped out of the automobile. Do you understand? But I politely said, okay. That's funny, isn't it?
I'm proud of you.
I'll tell you what, when you no longer have meat rotting in your guts, poisoning your system, you can get a hold of your emotions, you know what I'm saying? When you no longer have the toxins floating around in your system of hate and fear, where the animals that's pumped in from their adrenaline into their meat that you lick your lips and consume, and that rots in your guts, when you're no longer consuming their fear and the hate that was put down on them, then you can be calm and just a vessel of love and light. So you can appreciate that, Christopher. Hey, hey! You're back at home with Tanya K. I'm just hanging out in the kitchen for dinner time with a little motley crew. But I want to show you what's for dinner. Okay, first of all, we have all of these Coodles, which if you've not made cucumber noodles, they're almost superior to zucchini noodles, because once you, basically I don't spiralize those because I don't find it works well because they're too moist. So I use this Titan brand little julienne slicer, and I clearly still have something in there, but you see my point. So that's what I use, and then they turn out like this, as you see, very thin. And what you do is once you get them all julienne sliced, which they turn into noodles curly anyway because they're so thin, then basically you squeeze out, like put two palmfuls and kind of palm them together like this, and then you squeeze them out. Can you see it right there? You squeeze them out like this and let the moisture go into a bowl, because you can drink that, you know. And so it looks like this. I want you to see like how delicious. Do you all see? That's a little cayenne pepper you see on there because I like some spice. Now, on top of that, we're going to have all of these, which is just basically some diced up veggies. These are some giant long sweet green onions, like scallions, tomatoes, red pepper, and red onion because I like that. And here's what the sauce looks like. I don't want y'all to see how thick this is. Do y'all see? It's very delicious. It's very beautiful for anybody that doesn't even see. Say you have a house full of people that don't eat low-fat raw vegan. Maybe you cook them some, I don't know, quinoa pasta or some black rice pasta or whatever you're making, and or Asian black rice, for example, and then you could put the raw veggies and sauce on top of that. So mommy, you don't have to make something for everybody else. Let their taste buds adjust. You know, you made them one dish of their own, and so basically they can get over it, right? So I want to show you what this looks like. First of all, let me tell you what's in this sauce. So in your blender, I put 1 cup of your long sweet green onions. Those, they look like regular scallions, but they're fatter. They have a little bit sweeter taste and less bite. I have 1 whole large lemon peeled. I used the pith and all. 1 avocado, because I'm clearly only going to eat half this sauce. I don't need all this dressing for myself. You see, this is big, okay? I have 6 stalks of celery. I have 3 dates pitted, decapped, and checked for critters, which are the little bugs that like to get in there that I'm always finding from the dates from Costco's. I've got to get mine somewhere else. 1 very large red pepper. I left the seeds in and everything. And then I have paprika and cayenne pepper in there to taste, and I will not give you the ratios because you all don't like it as spicy as me. So let me just show you what this might look like when it's in the bowl, and just give me a second and I will let you see. I can't do everything at once, but I want you to see how creamy this sauce is. Do you see? You really don't even need that much, but I do like a lot, so let's see. So I'm going to mix that around first. This will be a good little base too if you want to add like some curry seasoning or something. This took me a whole 5 minutes, y'all. Let me show you what it looks like. And of course, this is just a little sampling for y'all, okay? This is what it looks like. Do you see how beautiful? Don't you think that looks like something everybody would eat? Let's see what it tastes like, shall we? I mean, I know what it tastes like because I already tasted it, but it is so rainy out today. Look, it's only 5 o'clock, but it looks like it's like 9, doesn't it? Well, I can't get it to twist, and then it's going to slap down my chin, and y'all are going to laugh and say, Aha, Tanya, you got it on you. Look at that. Look at it. That's cute, isn't it? That has a very perfect bite, but not too spicy for anybody, even if you like mild. I love how these cucumber noodles turn out, which you might want to call Coodles, but I don't usually, because that kind of sounds like cooties, and that doesn't make me want to eat it. But I like how you can twist them up real good. They remind me of these glass noodles that I went on a cruise. One time I left this town, I went on a cruise to the Bahamas, and they had these Moroccan noodles, and my kids were eating them. Look at that. Do you all see? So you will want to try this. That's how easy it is, and you can use that sauce. You could easily replace somebody's ragu spaghetti sauce with that, and you could, I don't know, maybe you put a little bit of pasta in there and a little bit of the cucumber noodles. You see how that works? And then tomorrow, give them a little bit less of the pasta and more of the cucumber noodles, you see? So anyway, I'll be seeing y'all later, and we will end off with a little Motley Crue today. How's that sound? It sounds good, doesn't it? I really can't stop snapping. It's just what I do. Hey, y'all almost missed the second course. Do you see that this is like a spicy tomato soup? While I'm answering your comments, and what's in there is a little chunkiness. And basically I took 2 tomatoes, a banana pepper, a celery, a little bit of garlic, and then I put a little bit of the sauce that I just made that was for dressing in there because I hadn't even gotten enough. And then I put a little bit of raw crunchies and some shredded carrots in there. This is really good. So eat until your heart's content. See y'all later.